I've had a lot of opportunities throughout my career to work on a variety of cases. My experience spans both doing trial work in our superior courts as well as litigating cases in our Court of Appeal and the California Supreme Court. Throughout my career, the Attorney General has entrusted me with some of the most sensitive and significant cases that have come through our office. One case in particular stands out as demonstrating my commitment to applying the law fairly and equally, no matter who's involved. Some time ago, I was charged with investigating a shooting by a police officer who shot and killed an unarmed person. That case was important because we had to take over the case from the local law enforcement because they were involved and they had a conflict of interest. So it was our job to make sure that law enforcement was held accountable if appropriate. I did a thorough investigation. We determined that the shooting was unlawful because the victim was not presenting a danger to the safety of the officer or to any other person. So I sought a grand jury indictment. The officer was indicted for murder and the case was tried before a jury. He was convicted and sentenced to prison. In another case more recently here in San Diego, I was tasked with investigating whether or not a deputy district attorney and a police sergeant had violated the law. My investigation showed that they had conspired to obstruct the judicial system by getting rid of a traffic citation that the deputy district attorney had received. She had called one of her friends in the police department who ripped up the ticket before it could be processed through the judicial system. Although the conduct underlying that offense was relatively minor, it was a very significant case because here you have members of the law enforcement and prosecutorial community who are charged and entrusted by the community with enforcing our laws fairly, taking advantage of their positions of authority to get a personal advantage for themselves. And when you have that, it degrades the trust and confidence that the public has in our public officials. My investigation revealed those things. I filed charges against the deputy district attorney and the police officer, and they were both convicted and lost their jobs. One other case stands out. More recently in 2017, I was tasked by the Attorney General to take over a death penalty case in Orange County. It was Orange County's largest mass murder case. It involved Scott DeKraai, who went into a hair salon in Seal Beach and shot and killed 8 people. The DA's office in Orange County, after a period of time, was recused from the case because of misconduct, and our office had to step in to prosecute that case. And I was honored that the Attorney General selected me from all of the Deputy Attorney Generals throughout the state to take over that prosecution.